Stink, stunk, think, thunk, tank. It's time for Thunk Tank.
Hello, welcome to Thunk Tanked. I am Calvin, and I'm a tiny computer.
I am Andreas, and I'm a tired businessman whose life was given to him by a fickle and angry god.
I'm Eric, and I'm the new evil alien overlord of Earth. Bow down and worship, and all the things you do for evil alien overlords.
Do you think evil alien overlords would continue wanting us to make so much corn?
Yes,
Corn?
our entire evil alien culture
Wait,
is run on corn.
what? Why are you asking about corn? What
I
happened?
just feel like if aliens came down, they'd be like, "All right, look, these weird people make a lot of corn, and they put it in all their food,
Okay.
and it doesn't make any damn sense."
That's
And
true. That
I
is
just
kind of
feel
weird.
like if it came to Earth, corn would be a really kind of major player. Like less so horses. You know? We
Yeah.
don't eat horses. Like a few people ride a few horses. Not a big deal. We got cows, we got corn, we got rice.
This is going in so many directions
love cars.
I'm not expecting.
Um
Oh, he's doing a little dance. Whoa.
I think it's an interpretive dance
Whoa.
about
I'm
aliens.
doing that because I have a phone ringing in the background.
Oh.
I always do the dance when my phone rings also.
Yeah, you gotta dance for the phone, or it hates you, or something. I don't know how phones work.
Right. So
But anyway,
so corn
crisis
is weird.
averted.
Corn is weird. I agree. Corn is
It
weird.
is. It's just like giant grass that's all sweet and delicious.
Why does some of it pop and some of it doesn't?
What? It's dry.
Microbes.
Why does some
evil alien
corn-
microbes?
No, but why does some corn retain enough moisture inside of it to pop, and some corn doesn't? What's so different about this fucking corn that some of it pops and some of it doesn't?
Does not all corn be able
I
to
think
become
only-
popcorn?
A certain type of corn becomes popcorn.
What?
I believe it's popcorn.
No. I mean,
I
there's
just
probably a.
corn.
that, and it might be true, but I have no evidence to go either way.
My theory is sweet corn tastes too sweet and has too much sugar in it and goes bad.
like it would have to dry correctly.
Right.
That makes sense.
Is
but
this more of
I
your
don't know.
made-up facts? This is made-up facts. You're just
It's not a
making.
made up fact. This
He
is
didn't make.
open
It might
and-
be a made-up fact. He didn't make it up.
I also am wildly theorizing, so clearly not a made up fact.
Okay.
So I don't know what else I have to bring because I about 20 minutes before the podcast I was like, oh shit, I don't remember any of my ideas, but I do remember the one idea I am forced to pitch to you today, which is a video game.
Ooh.
My girlfriend has been playing the GameCube, and on that GameCube there is a James Bond game, and
Yes.
she would like to have
It's
me
fairly
pitch you
famous.
a James Bond game
Okay.
that well, all right, so
First of all, that IP is very expensive.
oh yes, and what we're
Well,
about
if
to
you're
do to it
successful
is
enough, it doesn't
goddamn
matter.
sacrilege. So
Okay, cool.
Uh,
I love it
mission
already.
1, everything goes fine, right?
Yeah.
Stuff
Yeah.
works out. It's James Bond doing James Bond stuff. Like it's an
Right.
older James Bond too, you know,
Like
sophisticated.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
And
That'd be
then the
awesome.
second one, like it's a lot harder to aim because you're kind of drunk,
Uh-huh.
and
Does he
And, like,
drink
you're trying to
alcohol in the cutscenes?
right, exactly. You're
Okay.
maybe at a casino or whatever.
Yeah.
And then midway through the second mission, you fall down and you can't get back up,
Are you crawling?
and you like pass out.
Okay.
And then the third mission and the third mission on, you wake up, and you're in an old age home, and you've been forcibly retired because you're an old alcoholic spy.
Uh-huh.
And so the rest of that is like you trying like to kind of escape, but not really be able to, and you can't remember which room number is yours.
Okay.
And it's just, I don't know. I kind of interpreted it as a horrible dark
Oh, boy.
fantasy about the ravages of time on
Yeah.
an incredibly alcoholic man.
You know what? I
who
love
never
this
had to
game.
deal with the real world.
I love this game. I think it would have like as an indie game, don't put James Bond in the title, but make the graphics look like the GameCube James Bond game.
Oh, there you go.
But I want it set in the 70s.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Or,
that
or
makes
even
sense.
earlier, like the 60s.
Yeah, and
They had
then
way cooler cars in the 60s.
and then like you're old in like the 80s and 90s, right?
There you go.
So you get
And
that
all these
nostalgia
damn
hit.
computers. You don't understand it, and spies are doing hacking now.
desperately trying to figure out how the early internet works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, little
That'd be
desktop mini
actually
games.
super cool. So I just want to say two things. One, the books really do address his alcohol problem.
What?
Like being drunk is a serious obstacle, and his alcoholism hinders him in the books. In the movies, they don't go into that. But
There
the
are James
books,
Bond books?
They're based on books by Ian, somebody who's related to somebody you wouldn't expect. I can't remember any
Wow.
of the actual facts. Go look it up.
Today I
just
learned.
made it. Yeah. It's James Bond is an interesting character in the books. In the movies, he's just a superhero.
Huh.
But like he actually has like emotions in the books.
Oh,
It's
shit.
really cool.
What?
Wait,
Yeah.
emotions are cool now? Son of a bitch.
No, it's cool for characters to have emotions, not you.
Oh,
Makes
okay,
them
thank God.
relatable. So
Yeah.
you can
Right.
feel like you have some sort of connection to the character. It's
Yeah.
weird. I don't know. It's
The
weird.
character is also a person. If you're a computer, that doesn't apply to you.
No. Doesn't apply.
Yeah,
to
so
me.
get out.
Shit.
And welcome to our audio podcast where the visuals
we
are
do
used to
fun
great
things.
comic effect.
So
Also, I'd like to insist that the sitting down system in this scenario sucks, and it's hard to sit down
Yes.
in VR.
it is.
Yeah, if there was like some sort of code I had to punch in to sit up, it would be ideal. Very complicated.
You just have to not touch the little the little joysticks.
Sit
That's
here
all.
for an hour. I'm gonna fiddle.
Okay.
So that
Oh, I
so
clicked
I
the
don't
thing.
know. Did
That
you
was
guys
bad.
think of anything brilliant this week?
Define brilliant.
Yeah.
Anything that you didn't say, oh my god, no, that is a awful topic. I will bring it to Thunk Tank.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I got some brilliant
let's
stuff.
see.
Then.
Perfect. You've got topics.
I got some
Yeah,
brilliant
sure.
things.
All right,
I've
Calvin,
got
let's hear
preemptive
brilliant
legal
thing.
defense funds.
Let's see. Do
Oh,
him,
wait,
him first.
Underwater logging.
Wait. Underwater logging.
What?
That sounds good. I want to hear about that. What's underwater logging?
So, underwater
Water
logging is when you reclaim wood that has sunken underwater. Like, you know how they used to float logs downriver, like
Yeah,
lumberjacks and giant flotillas of logs? Some of those logs didn't make it. There's
Cool.
huge numbers of logs on the bottoms of rivers. You can reclaim this wood.
Huh.
And people do. This is a real thing. I didn't come up with underwater logging.
Oh.
And I'm sad I didn't think of it. Because the wood is like special. It's all old growth forest wood that's like never before been harvested by lumberjacks. So it's got all the great grain and been aged beautifully.
Is it not waterlogged and rotten?
It is waterlogged, not rotten.
Huh.
Why is it not rotten? How does rotting work?
Rotting is prevented by the cold temperatures at the bottoms of the deep rivers.
Oh.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me. All right. I didn't realize if my house was a little bit colder, it would stop rotting.
No, it's like a refrigerator.
Yeah, it's like a refrigerator.
Shit. Our houses are technically made out of food. Yep.
I mean, they are
could eat wood, but
organic
you shouldn't.
if they're made out of
Yeah.
all wood.
Maybe yours are organic. My house is made out of Roundup wood. Right to shit.
Asbestos and tin.
Mm.
Lead paint.
Plastic.
So what's your plan with underwater logging, or just it's a thing?
It's a thing, and I wanted to share it with you.
Oh,
I
that's
like
fantastic.
it.
Has anyone pitched to these lumberjacks that beavers have been doing this way longer?
I don't think beavers are considered significant competition for lumberjacks, but
Probably not.
I
if
think
we
that's
could
actually.
train beavers to harvest trees and deliver them,
Oh,
I mean,
would they
they'd
do
be way
that?
cheaper than human employees.
I mean,
more
wood certainly
maintenance than
tastes worse
robots.
than pretty much anything else we could give them.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they would trade
They
trees.
don't
If you
eat
could
the-
train beavers to trade
Trees.
trees for fish, I think beavers would take that trade.
They eat the bark, and the bark can't taste that much better than the wood.
Okay.
Yes.
Alternate idea. The first thing I heard when you said this was there's some sort of like company that has like a deep sea vessel that goes and they find shipwrecks and reclaim that wood and sell it at exorbitant prices.
They do that, yeah.
do?
They're really ridiculously expensive if you want reclaimed shipwreck wood.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool job. Like, yeah, I bring ships up from the bottom of the ocean and sell them parts at like stupid
Underwater
prices.
archaeology is cool too. They find all sorts of cool stuff.
I bet.
Yeah. We should maybe learn to dive and become underwater archaeologists.
I don't like
I
being
do feel
in
like
the
that job
ocean.
Me
sucks
neither.
a special amount.
I could
Like,
get
if
over
you're
it.
into it. I'm sure it's great.
I could get over it if there was treasure hunting involved.
Yeah, treasure hunting. It sounds awesome.
That's basically what you could do. You could find a wreck, and it's basically treasure because you could sell the wood for stupid amounts.
And if there's like actual stuff in there, it's more treasure. You sell it to museums or whatever.
This belongs in a museum.
Yeah, if you get the old stuff. You get the really old stuff.
That's kind of cool.
That is pretty cool. What was the first one you said? Did you say a legal fund of some sort?
Oh, preemptive legal defense funds. And I wasn't sure if this is legal, but like I thought we could like put together like legal defense funds for people who do things in the future. We make
Oh, it's
legal
like
defense funds
insurance.
What?
No. It's like if we wanted like to defend anybody who say threw a tomato at a political figure.
Wow.
Right? Could we preemptively fund their legal defense for whoever happened to throw tomatoes at whatever
This is a
Mitch
thing-
McConnell fucking...
Wouldn't you be
Right.
preemptively doing that?
So this is a thing that we believe is both illegal and may happen, and we agree with the people doing the thing that's illegal. So we're funding their
Legal
court
defense.
case ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Huh.
that's legal. That's got to
You
be
think-
legal.
I think it's not. I think it's like somehow got to be encouraging people to commit the crime.
Is it?
No.
They don't have to do it.
No.
We sign a thing that says they may or may not do this, and that we're not.
We wouldn't like get a
responsible.
particular person, but like anybody who throws a tomato at Mitch McConnell, our defense fund would pay for their legal defense.
Oh.
Right? It's not an individual, but I still think it wouldn't be legal.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
definitely.
think
Oh,
it's super iffy.
wait, how do we get money out of this?
We don't. We collect illegal. We get people
But
to
it-
throw tomatoes. We want people to throw the tomatoes, and we get famous.
No, we don't. That's not why we have this fund.
Okay, wait. What about adding on like a Kickstarter?
Sure, we could kickstart a legal defense fund for anybody who throws a tomato at Mitch
'Cause
McConnell.
I would
Can I
pay.
suggest-
Really,
I would
don't
pay like $1 to potentially help somebody defense fund for throwing a tomato at Mitch McConnell. But I don't
Yeah.
want to throw the tomato at Mitch McConnell because that seems like I'd get
I'd
in
get in
legal
trouble.
trouble.
Yeah, I don't
Can
want to do
Can
that.
I pitch something else that is a scam?
Yeah, sure.
And that's exactly this,
Uh-huh.
except it's for it's a legal fund for a thing that hasn't happened, and we just pocket the money.
Mm.
And
Like
then
legal
don't-
fund to defend the blah 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 against blah blah blah, and it's like this person doesn't exist and this thing never happened, but people
You have to do
totally get
publicity,
behind
and
it.
That's hard.
What?
Then you have to do publicity, and that's hard.
Yeah.
That's true. What if you just had why don't we just have legal funds for like people who are in the news to do stuff, and then like we give them a portion of the money and not all of it?
Again, that sounds like work.
Yeah.
It does, but I do feel like a non-for-profit where we make profit off of it.
There's-
To like,
There's two things. There's two kinds of scams, right? There's a scam for like just profit. You know, Like you're getting profit. And then there's the kind of scam that we're very good at, which is some profit, but also positive impact on the world. And this might be worth that.
I don't know if a
That's
tomato
true.
counts as positive impact,
Does it?
but it
Oh,
would make
it's
us
definitely-
famous as the people who started the Legal Defense Fund.
It definitely
And
has a
people would
positive
listen to our
impact on his
podcasts and we
face.
could do more good.
It definitely has a positive impact on his face. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't think we could specify for people who hit him in the face. We could only, I think, really defend people.
Oh, that's true.
That's how it could
Yeah,
become a
you know,
scam. Is that like you didn't hit him in the face?
Make it too specific.
Real niche case.
gotta hit him in the face, otherwise we don't cover it.
This is for speeding tickets gained going 96 miles an hour.
96.3
In
miles
Utah.
per hour. Yeah, oddly specific legal fund.
Yeah, that might be a usable scam for like scamming, but like I think in terms of becoming famous and making the world a better place, preemptively defending people who do things we want them to do might not technically be inciting them to do that thing.
Is there legal insurance?
Possibly.
Like
gotta
I
be
want
something
I
like
want to
that.
pay $50
My car
a month.
insurance covers legal costs if I get sued for something bad I do with my car.
I think that's
Right,
just
I want-
insurance. I think that's
Yeah.
what that is. That's just insurance.
Yeah, but it doesn't pay for anything but the legal fees.
But
Well, theoretically damages and stuff too, but like you want just legal fees.
Right. I want insurance that if I do property damage, they'll represent me and cover all my legal fees. And if I did a horrible like felony, they'd also represent me and cover all my legal fees. Any crime, my insurance lawyers show up who are paid by the insurance company to be my lawyers.
mhm.
I think this exists. I think you can get that. I'm not sure though. I haven't actually looked into it.
I bet you'd have to be
Quite
rich.
expensive.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck yeah. Cuz you're like, I plan on there being a crime. And then
Well,
they're like, all right.
I think if you intentionally do crimes, they're gonna.
I feel like you
That's
don't
what
have
the
that
lawyers are
insurance
for.
unless you expect a crime.
Mobsters.
Like-
I think you don't. I think they won't. They'll put like exclusions in your insurance because they're scumbags and don't want to defend you if you intentionally commit a crime. Like they'll defend you if you unintentionally crime, but I don't think they'll legally defend intentional crime. I might be wrong. I don't know how these things work.
It
But
seems
I
like
just
bullshit
assume
to me.
insurance are scumbags.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Calvin. Can you right this ship?
No.
What's wrong with the ship?
I've
I don't
been
know. It's underwater and we're harvesting it for wood.
I've been thinking about radiation.
Ooh, what sort?
yes.
Cosmic, the solar radiation.
Okay.
I've been
Solar
thinking about
radiation's pretty
Mars
cool.
because I've been and the moon. I'm watching a new show that I binge watched like yesterday. Like the whole first season and the beginning of the second season. It's For All Mankind.
All right.
Oh, man. I don't know. This
Yeah.
one. What,
I don't
what do
know.
they do? Cars on the moon?
It's an alternate history
Okay.
where the Soviets were the first to land on the moon.
Ooh, okay.
And it caused an explosion of the space race instead of a dwindling of it.
We won and went home. They won and kept going.
No,
They
they won
won,
and we were like,
and
oh,
we were
fuck.
Pissed. The opening scene of this show is the broadcast of the moon landing in America with everybody in America looking pissed.
Ah.
That's great.
So America was pissed off, and we wanted to put somebody on the moon. We put somebody on the moon, and almost immediately the Soviets put a woman on the moon.
Oh. Raising the stakes.
And
my
so this
God.
it's like this back and forth fight that happens.
Gerbils
And
cows.
it brings science faster, and it brings progression, like social progression faster.
Hmm.
And it just drives this like really interesting story, and I was hooked on it. But anyway, I got me thinking about radiation in space. It's bad.
Radiation, good or bad? Go.
Radiation mostly good, sometimes bad.
so I was thinking like it's a form of energy, right?
You're right.
And
Yes, by definition.
and the repelling it is also a form of energy in that it's a magnetic field that will block it on the Earth.
Okay.
That blocks it from the Earth. It's it's our magnetic field that keeps us safe.
Right.
I mean,
okay, sure.
for some of it, yeah.
Some of it. And I was thinking,
Solar radiation still gets us.
what if there was some sort of conversion over a larger space that would take in the radiation, that energy, and convert it into electromagnetic force that would block radiation over a shorter space, kind of like reactive radiation armor.
I don't think I'm following this, but
Would this be like a giant orbital thing, or is this like a personal
So-
device or a vehicle?
Yeah, any of those. Any
of
that
those.
where space is free. So like let's say on Mars or the moon, you have fields of radiation absorbers. You guys holding hands on purpose?
yes.
Nope.
Yes. Like fields of radiation absorbers, right?
Like solar panels, but for radiation.
Yeah, and it takes that
I mean,
heat
solar panels are for radiation.
or whatever, and it turns it into electrical force and thus magnetic force over a smaller space where the humans are, and creates a
So
field that
radiation collector arrays protect the humans in the smaller.
yeah.
That makes perfect sense and should probably be done.
Why not
Let's
just a
get Elon
Faraday
Musk
cage?
on the phone and see if
A Faraday
he'll,
cage
help
won't
us out.
block radiation. That's
What?
Okay, you keep changing what you're saying when you say radiation. So
solar radiation.
you're talking ionizing radiation specifically.
Yeah, it's the stuff that comes from the sun. It'll kill you.
Like sunlight, which is electromagnetic radiation.
But there's a lot of like particles, or like a solar flare goes up, and there's like this
Probably
bombardment.
X-rays.
Yeah, all kinds.
Yeah, probably lots of bad unhealthy stuff.
But one of the major things that, like, look, any kind of electromagnetic energy can be redirected with a strong enough magnetic field, right?
Probably.
I believe true. Yes.
Problem solved.
So yeah, you can have shields.
I don't know.
Radiation shielding powered by radiation makes a lot of sense.
I was just wondering if anybody.
I
I don't know. It was a
have-
dumb idea that I had like 5 minutes before Thunk Tanked. That was it.
I
That's all
think they
got.
may have some ways to generate electricity off of, like, some. I mean, definitely have from some radiations.
Yeah,
I mean,
they could probably
some of that
just
involves
adapt
boiling water,
those to
though. That's not
whatever
great.
environment they want their shields to operate in, and they don't necessarily have to be that big, because if they're already capturing the radiation and converting it to energy, that's effectively a radiation shield.
Yep, that's a good point.
Yeah,
You don't even need the little shield because you're
well,
already
like
capturing
you'd shield
it.
it from other radiation, and like radiation
that's
is
true.
bad, right? So you'd have the electromagnetic shielding, but you'd also have the additional because you just shields everywhere.
Shields.
I think this is a great idea, and Elon Musk should get right on it.
Yeah.
You hear that, Elon? I know you're listening.
I'd like to point
our
out that we should-
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
That's
that.
that's how we got the idea
No,
for the
Elon,
Tesla.
I won't
after
buy
all.
Dogecoin.
Hmm.
Stop
God,
it.
I almost bought Dogecoin on time.
Everybody on Earth should just buy $1 worth of Dogecoin, and there won't be any more, and everyone just shut up and stop. I don't think that would work, and I don't.
No one does.
It's a stupid meme, and we should stop. Anyway,
So,
Speaking of cryptocurrency, I have another fun thing I learned about recently. Have you guys heard of crypto art?
No. Is
No.
it like encrypted art? You can't.
So you use
See
something
into-
like Ethereum. Ethereum's a blockchain technology that allows you to embed information distributed in the blockchain.
Okay.
It's
Wait,
very
there's
cool stuff.
information in my Ethereum?
It can be. It's more likely than you think.
Like in the cryptocurrency, or in like the blockchain technology allows it?
I think it's a built into Ethereum. The ability to the I could be wrong. I don't remember.
So I could send pictures to people who buy my Ethereum? Or just anybody who looks up my Ethereum's index number or whatever?
It's no, yeah, because it would be about transferring ownership of a certain piece of information. It doesn't exist with you anymore. It's put out into the blockchain. So like you don't have the data anymore. It's data that's out there. And in order to
And you
assemble it,
couldn't screenshot it.
you need the stuff. But you own it.
The Ethereum?
Yeah.
I
So
own
you-
it.
And
And
this
as long as I don't transfer to somebody else, they can't get it.
right, this artwork.
Okay.
Okay. So, and it might be like the raw files for the artwork or something like that. Anyway, so there's this guy, there's this artist. His name is Beeple. And he's awesome. If you guys haven't seen his work, you should totally look it up. Beeple's very cool. He does digital artwork. And for the past like 12, 13 years, he's been putting out one piece of like quality artwork a day.
Wow, that's a lot of art.
That's
Oh,
a
I think I know
lot of
who this
art.
guy is.
It's a lot of art.
It's all digital, right?
It's all
like
digital.
very. Yeah, I know this guy.
Yeah.
I saw a video with him. I think
Yeah, he's super cool.
did not care for him.
That's okay.
Mhm.
He's a bit eccentric, but
Yep.
he's very well known, especially in the 3D art community. He's been very, very helpful over a huge amount of time to lots of people. Anyway, like a month ago or something like that, he put up for sale cryptocurrency art of his on the web for like I don't know, I think less than like 24 hours, 3 pieces. And they sold for an exorbitant amount of money. And then he put up a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and of his art for very short periods of time, where I think one was up for like an hour, and they sold out fast and they were auctioned. And it was what he's actually selling is a physical copy of the Ethereum stuff. So like it's got the number, but you get a box in the mail that has a little digital photo frame encased in like glass that you can charge, and it shows the artwork on it in this cool little spinning Ethereum QR code, and a piece of it, and some of his hair, and like stuff like that, and there's swears all over the box and stuff. You know, it's that kind of stuff. Anyway, he made like he's like a multimillionaire now.
Good for him.
After, doing it every day for like a year. It was like really crazy and really awesome. But to see somebody and the cool thing is with the Ethereum is that with Ethereum artwork, every time somebody sells his art, which is only going to go up in value because he's so prolific. And people want these things. They're already reselling them. Every time somebody sells it, he makes a cut. He gets royalties.
That's bullshit.
Off the Ethereum.
That's bullshit. Hold on. I don't like DRM art.
DRM art.
I mean, like if people are paying for it, people are paying for it. Good for them. Good for the artist. I don't think that's gonna last long.
Interesting.
I'm super grumpy about it.
I think he's going to be very rich for the rest of his life. And,
Unless
Once
he
you've
spends
got
it all on
millions, you're set. You don't need to remember how to sit in a VR game.
somebody will do that for you.
Yeah, you pay someone for that, right?
Yeah, and pay someone else to hold my controller so I don't fuck up sitting.
Wow.
Um,
Boop, boop, boop.
yeah, like I think art is like a very broad term. Like there's
Sure.
art on every book or everything you buy, really.
This is
Like,
art.
there's graphic art on my breakfast cereal. So like when we're talking about art, I think we're talking about fine art in this context, right?
Okay.
We're talking art people pay large amounts of money for.
Somebody sat down and specifically said, "I'm gonna make an art."
Yeah. And they did it for the purpose of art, not for like commercial purposes or anything. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think this crypto art is gonna catch on.
Really?
I think it's not gonna make it into the
It's like-
high profile fine art world.
You think it's a
But
fad?
I might be wrong.
You think it's a
I
fad?
think
Like
it's-
like the banana taped to the wall. Yes.
yeah, I think it's a fun thing, and maybe it won't like go extinct. But I think
Huh.
people who pay large amounts of money for art want a physical thing.
Huh.
But they
And
got
the
a
fact
physical
that he's
thing.
embodied the virtual thing as a physical thing, I don't think factors into it much. But I might
Interesting.
be wrong. I'm not an expert on art.
I thought one of the coolest because it looked
Art
really
part.
slick. The little like digital frame was just like it looked fucking cool. That's all I can say is it looked really cool.
It has
I
to,
immediately
but-
wanted it, even though all of them were significantly out of my funding ability.
Well, make one. Jeez, you're an
Hmm.
artist.
Yeah.
Don't let these other artists like.
Oh,
one
I should
up
make
you.
a fake one. I should make a fake Beeple frame.
Yeah.
Oh, you should.
And
then
sell
you
it.
should sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
I could sell it as a fake Beeple frame because it's just his image
Yes.
moving around on the thing and zooming in and stuff with like a little
There you
spinny
go.
thing. I could do that.
Yeah.
His images are online for free.
Yeah.
It goes to his Instagram automatically and just picks a new one every day. Fuck it.
Oh,
Stuck with one.
and it randomly generates a fake Ethereum like QR code.
Yes.
I want. I have to put this on my project list. Yeah, this I'm actually doing. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
You guys are
Yeah,
so
you're
good.
welcome. If you get more than $1 million, I expect a cut.
Oh, absolutely.
If you get more than $1 million, I just want one of these fake boxes. And-
Yeah, then I can sell it myself.
Yeah.
no, I think that'd be super awesome.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Counterfeit digital art is a
Counterfeit
great
digital art.
business idea.
Who saw that one coming when they invented the internet?
Hmm.
Nobody saw
Nobody.
that. coming.
When they invented the
They didn't
internet,
even
it was
see
for the
encryption
military.
coming. Yeah.
What? thought it was
ARPANET.
colleges
ARPANET.
ARPANET.
Trying to DARPANET? What the
Ar-
fuck is the
ARPANET,
military?
not DARPANET.
Oh.
ARPA.
Associated Research Project. I don't.
Yeah, I
Advanced
don't
Research
remember either.
Project Association or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck were they gonna do with it?
Communicate in the event of a nuclear Armageddon. It was in the 80s.
Dude, my internet goes down every once in a while, and
They
nothing
had-
happened.
They had like armored, buried hard lines between important government infrastructure, and they like eventually just sort of broadened it out to a lot of other things. And eventually, some scientists created the World Wide Web, and it stopped being
Yeah.
boring and sucky and started being a .com boom.
I remember that. That was fun.
Yeah, for some people that was fun. Back when the internet was the Wild West, was super fun on the
Oh,
internet.
It was really
There
It's
were like
still-
thousands of websites and like for weird shit made by like loner lunatics.
Yeah.
Now
I'd like
it's
to
just
point out-
everything's on Facebook or Twitter and just go home.
Yeah.
It is still the Wild West. It's just there's so much shit. No one notices you being a cowboy in the background.
Okay, that was really funny. That's. I was like, no, it's not, and then you were like, then you hit with the punchline, and I knew it was immediately true.
I mean, like we're here in a obscure corner of the internet,
Yeah.
broadcasting our podcast.
Yeehaw!
There is plenty of that shit around. It's just
Yippee-
also we're doing this on YouTube.
Yippee ki
Yeah, have you guys ever tried searching YouTube like you search Google?
Yes,
Yeah?
I'm not actually sure if there's a distinction.
they're the same
no,
company.
you go directly to YouTube
Uh
and ask YouTube your question
huh.
or thing to do research on,
huh.
and you find that video that has 13 views from some guy who technically owns a camera talking about something that he did not plan to talk about when he turned that camera on. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I have done this because
Weird
sometimes
YouTube.
sometimes there's no other place for the information, right? Sometimes you're like,
Right.
this is your last resort.
So I'm starting to make that one of my first resorts. 'Cause it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, YouTube
Especially-
is a stupid place. It's so easy to put content on the internet now.
Oh yeah,
It
the
is.
barrier to entry really should
Except
be higher.
podcasts, you can't do that. Those are impossible. You
Right.
have to listen to ours.
Please
Yeah,
listen
sit down, shut up, and listen to us.
Please.
But yeah, there's no barrier to entry anymore, which is probably a bad thing, really.
But the
Like, good for us, but bad for, culture and society as a whole. If there was some barrier to entry, somebody would have kept Alex Jones the hell out of fucking crazy town. Yeah, and all of, God, anybody can make something that looks like a legitimate news.
no, some people don't
Oh.
have the budget.
Oh, wait until like
You don't need a budget.
wait until
It's a
deep
death.
fakes are photorealistic and there's a web app to just do with them whatever you want.
Aren't
Oh,
there?
God.
Wait, aren't they pretty photorealistic? I saw
They're
that
close.
Tom
They're
Cruise
close.
one recently.
Yeah, but those are professional. That's a place called Corridor Crew. They're professional VFX
Oh.
artists.
Oh, okay. So that's not quite an app that does it yet.
No, it's
I have to wait till the future to do the dumb things I want.
like
to
the
do.
really really fancy stuff. But like, wait until that's the case. Wait until that's just like you grab like a web app and it does photorealistic. Face animation of the character that you want, and you can make and voice, too, because they can do
Yeah.
voice synthesis. I've had my own voice done in voice synthesis. It was kind of cool. But like, yeah, all together, like just here, make the president say whatever you want, and you can't tell it apart from a real presidential thing besides what he's saying.
Yeah,
Man.
society is fucked.
We really need to publicly own one TV channel just so we can be like, this is for sure what the government is telling us.
Yeah.
And, bare minimum, this is actually
Oh,
what they're
no.
saying.
As opposed
Like-
to what crazy people say they're saying. That's actually somewhat beneficial, yeah.
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 When the noise is such a lot, when all the lies are the majority of the noise, then what do?
Is there some way to verify that you're watching a live webcam feed? Because
No.
if there is, then we can project truth across the internet.
Huh.
Otherwise, everything's fucked.
Let me pitch you on this, right?
Yeah, yeah,
One,
yeah.
there's nothing that could, even if there was, there's nothing that could verify that the camera isn't looking at a screen, essentially. Not literally, but even maybe a software screen or something. It's a software camera looking at a software video.
What?
Well,
We'd have to have fully encrypted hardware cameras that are the only ones allowed to broadcast.
right.
And we'd have to have some sort of verification that they've been unaltered.
Yeah, totally hackable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me
We
pitch
need
you on a different
unhackable
idea.
hardware.
Because here's an idea I've had. Robots that play video games.
Yes, this exists. Yes.
Right. No,
Yeah.
there's programs that play video games.
Uh-huh.
I didn't say programs.
Oh,
I
you
said
want an
robot.
actual robot?
You want it
I
to
like
want
me.
a physical
joystick
robot
with
that looks at the
machines.
screen and holds a mouse and a keyboard
Uh-huh.
and plays competitive video games.
Okay. Better than a person.
I mean, hopefully.
Should
It doesn't have
yeah. Yeah. No, that should be doable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just
that's-
It's not
annoyingly difficult.
cheating.
yeah, it's definitely cheating.
Yeah.
No, it's not cheating because it's not seeing through the walls or reading the code. It's
Right.
picking up
It's
visual
not
and audio
cheating. It would be
cues.
cheating for you to do it, though.
Yeah.
When you have the computer that's better than a human, it's cheating to have it play for you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
no,
like
but I
having
am
that's like playing online chess but having a chess program up in the background and beating a bunch of noobs.
Yes.
Where you make
it's
all
like
the
that.
moves that they make and then you're the computer on the online one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's cheating.
That is cheating.
That is cheating. But what isn't cheating is having a computer with robot arms and a robot head that physically plays the game.
No, that's still cheating. That's still cheating.
No, I don't think it is.
Are you trying
There's
to say
nothing
that you're doing the thing?
No.
Okay, then maybe that's not cheating. Are you saying
gonna-
that
I'm-
you're gonna play against my robot player?
A robot esports league would be kind of phenomenal.
That would be pretty sick.
I feel like there'd have to be a rule.
I would watch
like,
that.
Yeah.
I think there'd have to be a rule that each player, like each robot, had to be built separately without any communication between the teams making the robots.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I would watch like freaking StarCraft, like AlphaGo versus DeepMind or whatever. You know, like I want to see like companies make AIs to fight each other in known video games,
That would be pretty awesome.
interesting.
right? Because like they would train off of like all the player data and stuff like that, and they'd figure out how to play the game. But then they would let's see whose AI is actually better at the game. And like I can imagine it would just be like constant humanly impossible tasks.
Probably.
Right.
That would be cool. I want to see that.
I
Like
wonder
I watch.
if they would like AI their way into some dumb strategies that work ridiculously.
Yeah, I think that's happened. I think there's been people that have been studying like AlphaGo's strategies for Go. You know,
Yeah.
because it did stuff that everybody was like, "Well, that's stupid," and then he like wins the game, and you're like, what?"
Yeah. Like it's possible to make a dumb move and still win the game, but if the dumb move comes in later and saves your ass,
Yeah. No, it definitely knew what it was doing.
yeah.
Yeah, AlphaGo's significantly better at Go than a human player.
Like that might be like it's making the dumb move because the human players aren't used to playing that move. It works, but I don't know. That's interesting. I wonder how it thinks, but I have no way of knowing because I'm not a computer scientist.
Yeah, me neither.
No, you just stick your hands in the code and feel around.
Right. Yeah, just rummage around in there.
Just get in there in that spaghetti.
Can we
But
make
so-
a coding language out of pasta so I can actually learn to code while cooking?
I can do that. We can do that. We can make
I
that
feel
happen.
like you're not going to though.
No, I'm not. that sounds like a
Is
lot of work.
Rotini Turing complete?
Definitely. It can be.
Episode title suggestion:
Yeah.
Best pasta for coding, or best spaghetti for coding?
Best
Code-
pasta for coding is nice. I like that. Yeah.
How writing it, something about writing a super intelligent AI with
Best
pasta.
pasta for coding AI. Rotini's better than you would expect.
Oh yeah, we are headed, and we're heading
I
towards.
don't know if I would. Did I start
the end.
suggesting episode titles too soon? I'm
No,
sorry.
no, it's
You don't have
about
to
we're
end the
about we're about there, ladies and gentlemen. We are approaching the end of this thunk.
So I think this is a good time to address that we did not have an episode last week. I'm sorry, everybody.
That's true.
Due to the weather conditions in Texas, we weren't able to record. So just like my brother and I, me, whatever the fuck those guys call themselves,
Yes.
just like their podcast where that they weren't able to record, we weren't able to record
Is that true?
because of
We're
those
just
weather.
like the cool kids.
Yep. And we feel
Because of the
very
weather.
deeply bad that unfettered capitalism has hurt so many people, especially those in Texas
In
right
Texas,
now.
mostly in Texas.
To be fair, it's
Well,
hurt a lot of
everybody
people.
across
over
Is,
the years.
the world is harmed by capitalism
what-
continuously.
How did that happen? How did we get affected?
Oh,
What?
how did we get affected?
Yeah, by the Texas
Oh, Texas isn't affecting us. It's capitalism.
capitalism.
Yeah.
is hurting everybody.
Oh, I did actually hurt pretty bad from capitalism.
yeah.
last
Capitalism
week.
hurts.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Just
should,
wanted to clarify.
eliminate it.
I felt like maybe they. I
Yeah,
would
since
miss-
none
I
of
didn't
us
wanna
live in
miss the-
Texas, it's
Yes,
not
that's none of us
clear,
live in. Yeah. Okay.
We're just we just skipped our podcast in solidarity.
It's solidarity
Yeah.
because it hurts.
Oh, yes.
On the
It hurt
inside.
us.
Deep.
Yeah.
We felt so bad about this. Is coming off.
Ugh.
as
We're exploiting tragedy. We should stop.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm still hurt
We-
by it.
Tragedy or capitalism?
Yes.
Okay.
So, what did you guys learn today?
Oh, dude, I learned about wait, what was it?
Yeah, shit. I
No,
learned
there was
about
something I
underwater
learned at
logging.
the beginning of this. What was that? Underwater logging.
Underwater logging.
That's right. I didn't even know it was a
You can't take
thing.
mine.
No, that's what I learned. I'd forgotten what it was called. I learned
We
it,
all
but
learned
I
about
unlearned
underwater
it.
Logging.
Oh no.
I learned about the potential of spaghetti to become an AI and take over the world.
I'm very disappointed that that you all think my robot playing video games manually is cheating.
Like,
Bless his
if-
noodly appendages.
like I think you need to be a Jesus. Oh my God. The future evil AI that takes over the world is the flying spaghetti monster.
That makes sense.
They've been trying to tell us this whole time, people.
Eric, you do
got-
not like
you
that
got
chair at
really
all.
I can't figure
excited
it out.
about
Can
that.
we make
You
the
got-
chairs just lock me in position instead?
I'll work
Yeah,
on
Put a
that.
seat,
Stand up.
safety belt, buckle up.
Safety belt. Well, we'll see what I can do. Actually, I might be. Yeah, I'll look into that. I think I can do that.
Oh, good. Seatbelts next week, people.
Seatbelts.
And
I'll
remember,
try to
always
put
wear your
seatbelts in.
seatbelt while driving.
Spay and neuter your pets.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Hey, I have a quick question for the podcast before we
Oh yeah,
go
no,
on.
I'm happy to sit here and answer questions. Sure.
So, recently I was witness to a news broadcast speaking about a judicial official in my area who was angry about making people wear seatbelts in the back seat and thinking that that's taking away our rights. Out of curiosity,
Uh-huh.
that's not how that works, right?
Oh,
We don't have any right to not wear a seatbelt.
is
Do,
it
but we
illegal
don't
to
have a right
commit
to be in a car
suicide?
on a road.
Is it illegal to commit suicide?
Yes.
Yes.
We don't have a right to be on
Done.
a public roadway that's paid for by the government. They will say you can't do that anymore.
Right.
Right. They have
So,
the
like-
right to tell you you can't use the roads.
Not a right.
I mean, you have a right to not use the roads if you don't want to.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. There we are.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You have a right to not wear a seatbelt if you're not using the roads.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You have a right
Also-
to not go to public spaces.
Did you know it's a sin to eat the fat of an animal?
Oh no, we're not doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Thunk Tanked.
And roll and
Oh,
credit.
yeah,
Can I?
yeah.
I'm gonna pitch you. I got a business to pitch you on though while we're rolling those credits.
Okay.
Oh,
What's
okay.
this?
So you buy a bunch of like handgun slides and a
Yeah.
cheap laser engraver, and you engrave different like biblical passages into it. Like the book name and then the 1623. But all those passages are like the super hilarious ones about like I don't